AmeriCorps Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners
about HIV?
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among Black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
Welcome back to the RA facility here at Southwest Minnesota State University. Let's go over the starting lineups today for both teams. Starting off first with the Upper Iowa University Peacocks. Starting at guard, we have number 2, a sophomore at 5'9", Laura Terhardt. Also at guard, number 13, standing at 5'9", Whitney Kieffer. The third guard, standing at 5'7", a junior, Sam Tharp. At forward for the Peacocks, we have Chelsea Garcia standing at 5'9", who's a senior. And for playing center tonight, Carly Pagel, a 6-foot tall freshman for the Peacocks. And for your Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs, starting at point guard, we have Michaela Sadoff, who's a freshman. We also have Bree Holloman, who we talked about in the pregame, playing guard, who's a junior. Also a junior, Rebecca Rowling. She will be playing the third guard. And for our forward positions, we have 2 more juniors, Ellen Degler and Allison Nagel. So there are your starting lineups for both teams. As we mentioned, hopefully the Mustangs will get off to a fast start here, keep it competitive. Beginnings of games haven't been their problems. It's been hanging with opponents throughout the course of the whole 40-minute contest.
That's the thing, is that the Mustang women do play well for significant stretches, but it seems like at some point in the game, whether it's at the beginning or towards the end, there's maybe a 5 or 6 minute lapse where it just gets away from them, and then it just makes it really hard to recover. I know in the last 2 games that I've covered personally, they've gotten off to being 15 to 20 points down, cutting it all the way down towards the end of the game, but it makes it hard to win when you get down by so much.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, the turnovers really are killers. When you're turning the ball over as often as the Mustangs are, even if you're close, if you give a couple turnovers, the other team gets on a run, and all of a sudden a 4-point deficit turns into a 14-point deficit in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, and it's really hard to overcome that. And we have the tip now. The Mustangs win it, and we will be bringing it up the court, going left to right. Rolling out in the wing. Gets it inside to Nagel, who makes it a nice move to the basket. Off the mark, though.
Like I mentioned earlier, too, Nagel's one of those players that if the Mustangs can get her involved early, that's really going to bode well to establish an inside presence to open up the outside shot.
Yeah, both Allison Nagel and Rebecca Rowling have been big additions to the Mustangs. Both of them transferred from a community college in Iowa, so they were teammates together down there, and they both have had big roles so far this season. Valsair at the top of the key, passes out to Michaela Sadoff, who There's a turnover that we're talking about right away. Missed
Yeah.
pass right off the bat.
Like I
Peacock's
said,
going the other way.
just a reminder, the two keys of the game that I have in my mind at least, holding Whitney Kieffer, number 13, for the Peacocks, under 18 points. And then also, the Mustangs need to have less turnovers than the Peacocks in the game. If both those things happen, the Mustangs should win.
Kieffer there missed the layup, gets her own rebound, and kicks it out.
Which in its own right, an air ball is like a turnover, I suppose, right?
It
doesn't
is.
say so on the stat sheet, but it's about the same thing.
Essentially, yes. The Mustangs taking their time to bring it up the court. Sadoff drives to the hoop. And we get a foul called.
It's going to send Bree Holman to the line.
No, I believe it's on the floor.
Oh, never mind.
Thought we were going to get a jump ball call there, but Mustangs get the call. Inbound to Rolling, can't make the shot. Sayre, no. Nope, Holloman can't get the putback there. And there's Kieffer, nice. She's leading that fast break. That lead pass was just a little too far ahead of her teammate, went out of bounds. But she stands out right away. Kieffer does.
Yeah, she's been active, and the Mustangs have been active inside as well. They've been getting it inside, just haven't been able to make anything come of it so far. And the second turnover of the game there for the Mustangs. Averaging 1 per minute right now.
Another missed lay-in attempt and another missed putback. So both teams pretty cold so far here. Sadoff gets fouled, going to the basket. So still sitting at 0-0. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the game, but the Mustangs have picked up 2 fouls. So far we're looking like Mustangs could be getting into the penalty early, which would be a nice bonus for them. No pun intended.
I think the pun was intended, though.
It wasn't. Nice lay-in there. Holloman with the first bucket of the game.
As you mentioned, she is tied for the lead in scoring for the Mustangs at 10.6 per game.
Yes, both Holloman and Allison Nagel, who just pulls down that rebound, are tied for the scoring lead for the Mustangs. And we saw a little bit of a press there after that made basket, so maybe we'll see that pretty much all game. I know the men's team like to press as we see another turnover for the Mustangs. But the men's team really likes to press on made baskets.
Yeah, you'll see that if you stay tuned for the next game. But as the men's team presses basically the entire game, they sub in and out all the time and just constantly keep the pressure on the opposing team.
So maybe that's something that the coaches saw in the scouting report here for the Peacocks, that they don't do very well against the press. We'll have to see how that goes
Certainly
throughout
could
the
be the
course of this
case.
game. Mustangs do pick up a foul there. Carly Pagel, starting center, will be shooting 2 free throws here. First one is good.
Pagel's shooting 62% so far from the free throw line in the season.
Mustangs struggle from the line. We were talking before the game. Their backcourt, their 3 starting guards, 46%, 59, and 53% from the line, respectively.
Yeah,
So,
that seems like numbers you would expect from a post player.
yeah. Ben
Not
Wallace
from-
type numbers.
Exactly.
Or Dwight Howard, I guess. A little more.
A little more recent
timely
example.
reference.
Yeah, there you go.
Younger audience may not know who Ben Wallace is. And there's Kieffer. Coast to coast. Driving for the lay-in.
Fairly low scoring game so far. Peacocks up on the Mustangs 4-2.
Nice move there by Rawling, but you can't finish at the hoop. Comes up a little short.
Both teams not shooting particularly well. Peacock shooting 14%. SMSU shooting 16% from the field so far.
It's still early, though. Still early. I'll be upset if those are the numbers that we have 5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, if that's 5 minutes into the second half, it'll be an ugly game.
Mustangs get another rebound, though, and come back down the other way. Holloman trying to set up something. Not a lot of movement so far from the Mustangs. And Sadoff steps on the baseline as she attempts to kick the ball out to Holloman. So we have another turnover there from the Mustangs.
4 turnovers so far to only 1 for the Peacocks.
Little confusion there, it seems like, from the Mustangs on if they were going to be pressing there. But it turns out okay, apparently, because the Peacocks turned the ball over on an errant pass. If both teams are going to be shooting poorly, at least it is a game to boost up those rebounding numbers. Holloman looks for the inside pass there and bounces off Kieffer's legs, so the Mustangs retain possession. Bonlander will be inbounding here. Good defense there on the inbounds, but we find Bonlander finds Nagel and she puts in the jumper.
And Nagel is someone who has just an incredible amount of ability. As you see there, she instigated.
Good. Timeout from the Peacocks. So hold that thought, Stephen. We'll be back. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
At Southwest Minnesota State University, our students come first. It's a commitment you can see in our new Regional Events Center, Residence Hall, Student Center, and Science Lab renovation. We've invested over $80 million in the past decade for top-notch facilities. And we're not stopping there. Southwest Minnesota State University, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Coming out of a timeout there by the Peacocks. Peacocks and Mustangs are tied 4-4, 4.5 minutes into the game. So back to your point about Allison Nagel.
Yeah, my point about Nagel is that she has a lot of ability, particularly on the offensive end. The thing I've noticed with her is she isn't as aggressive as you would like to see in a post player. So that's something else that you can keep a lookout for, is she could really do some things offensively. They just need to kind of get her motivated and get her going, especially early on.
Yeah, she needs to play with that killer instinct, because standing at what, 6 foot? 6'3", she has a jumper. She's a pretty good three-point shooter. So got to try to capitalize on ability like that. Get the ball in her hands, let her do some things on the offense. Holloman gets fouled there trying to go up after her own miss. So she will be shooting 2.
Bree Holloman from the line, shooting 59%. Again, not great for a guard. Looks like maybe she had a little cut there, has a little blood on her jersey. So they're going to go ahead and take a 20-second timeout here while they go ahead and see if they can't.
She's going to wrap her finger up.
Fixed.
Yep, just got a trainer wrapping her up, so we'll stay here. The Mustangs will, if you're in town here, you should come out tomorrow night, because it is the biggest night of the season.
It is.
For Mustang basketball, Hawaiian night.
And what would you recommend for Hawaiian night? I would recommend wearing Hawaiian gear.
Garb.
Whatever
yes.
you have, some Hawaiian garb. I will say there will be some college students here who have perhaps enjoyed a few drinks before the game.
That is part of the festivities. Yes.
Yeah, just be mindful. Perhaps if you're bringing any young children, feel free. But you may need to put some earmuffs on them, and not because it's cold in the RA facility.
And if you bring a bottle for them, make sure you check it. If you just hand it off to them, because a college student may try to influence that a little bit.
It's a great time though. There's a lot of atmosphere, and people just have a great time. So make sure you're coming out tomorrow night as well. Hawaiian night Women's game starts at 5. Men's game is at 7.
Yes. And it's a perfect opportunity for me to pull out my coconut bra and rock that along with my grass skirt.
Well, we'll make sure we keep the camera off Adam tomorrow night.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be the only camera that's not on me, let me tell you that.
Oh, boy.
So actually shooting those free throws, Holloman was not able to return into the game. And Anissa Roche shot the free throws for her, making 1 of 2. And the Peacocks just drained a three-pointer, so
And
they
that
currently lead 7-5.
That was Whitney Kieffer there. We mentioned her earlier in the game. She now has 5 points on the game.
Nice pick and roll attempt there by the Mustangs, but we have 3 seconds in the key by the Mustangs, so that will be another turnover. It's a nice little pick and roll game there attempted by the Mustangs.
Number 25 for the Mustangs. Let's see here. Hannah Beeler. Looks like maybe she has I don't know, maybe she got hit in the face or something. She has kind of an Iron Man looking mask on. Playing so that she doesn't get hurt with that mask.
Allison Kruger, the head coach of the Mustangs, is getting pretty fired up already. That's kind of her MO, though.
It is. It is. She's a passionate lady.
I know you personally are a fan of it.
I like it. I like it. She gets fired up, gets after her players, gets after the refs. Another reason to come to the game. Fun to watch.
It is entertaining, at the very least. We'll just say that.
There was almost a turnover there in the Mustangs, but ended up going out of bounds there on number 23, Sam Thrapp.
Holloman to inbound to Roche. Looking for again with the pick and roll game with Ellen Degler, who's just entered the game. Rebound by Kieffer. She is not hesitant to bring the ball up the floor in a hurry. Knocks down the jumper. Long two-pointer.
Keep an eye here on number 34, Nessa Roche. She is the one of the leading three-point threats for the Mustangs, shooting 40% from beyond the arc, so she can shoot it. As we see here, wasn't able to connect that time.
I think that was the announcer's jinx right there.
Yeah, it might have been.
Degler has the ball poked away. Plenty of time, though, on that missed shot by Roche. Resets the shot clock, so the Mustangs still have 17 seconds left in this possession. Barlander, cross-court pass. Kieffer's able to get a handout and knock it out of bounds. Mustangs will retain possession. 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
And it is. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, it is good to see, too, after a miss like that, to kick it back out and set things back up. So often people try to just rush another shot, hoping for the best, but you might as well take the time to set up a player.
Yeah, especially when you do draw some iron and reset that shot clock. College women's have a 30-second shot clock, so there's Roche with another missed three-point attempt, but Holloman is there for the offensive rebound and the putback.
Gives Holloman 4 points so far in the game. 2 of 5 shooting, 3 rebounds in 7 minutes.
Nice turnaround jumper there by Carly Pagel.
Yeah, they have some tall post players here. They have number 42, Carly Pagel, as well as who else was I seeing? Oh yeah, number 22. Keep an eye on her, Lauren Buck. Have a little bit of height inside.
Mustangs on another missed shot attempt. Peacocks still not hesitant to run the floor, and 3-point made by Lindsay Carroll. It's a big three-pointer.
She shoots 42% from beyond the arc, and that was a long three there.
It was like a rainbow.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Holloman with the drive, kick out to Roche. Back to Holloman. Mustangs already trailing by 8 here early.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Mustangs respond here. If they settle for up. There's a
Kieffer
turnover.
picks the pocket. mentioned in the pregame, she leads the Peacocks in steals by a large margin, 58 coming into today's game, second on the team with only 17, so she is quite the thief out there on the court.
Mustangs getting ready to make some wholesale changes here during the next break. Gonna have 3 new players coming in, and right now they're down 15-7, the Mustangs are, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond, because a lot of times when you're down by 7, the thought process is, well, let's shoot some threes of our own, see if we can make that up quickly. But we still have 30 minutes of game left,
yes.
So there's plenty of time.
But they're down by 8, not 7. So.
I wasn't good at math. I haven't graduated yet. It doesn't matter.
Nice inbounds pass there. And there, the girl you just mentioned, Lauren Buck, the 5'11 sophomore, inside for the Peacocks with the easy 2-pointer. And we are going to take a quick 30-second break here with the timeout from the Mustangs. So you are watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
They say America's the land of opportunity. But today, 1 out of every 6 children lives without enough. That's nearly 13 million of us living below the poverty line, struggling every day just to hang on. This is America. Together, we can do so
Welcome
much.
back to more Mustang basketball.
Go to povertyusa.org today and get involved.
They are trailing 16-7. Sadoff bringing the ball up to court. Valsair looks to post up, kicks it back out to Watts. Top of the key to Rolling out on the wing. Double teamed, and Sadoff steps out of bounds. Nice trap there by the Peacocks.
Yeah, she had a nice idea trying to get to the hoop, but trapped by the Peacocks, and she had nowhere to go.
I like to see the aggression there from Sadoff. A lot of the games that I've watched so far this season, she's a 3-on-1 break here for the Peacocks, and rejected, maybe.
Nice defensive possession there by the Mustangs.
I can't believe a whistle hasn't been blown yet for something. Finally, jump ball.
It looked like Allison Kruger was about to get in the middle of that and grab the ball.
But the freshman point guard for the Mustangs, Michaela Sadoff, for all the games that I've watched so far this season, both in person and on the internet, she's kind of hesitant to be aggressive with the basketball. She tends to pick up her dribble in non-opportune moments. So it's nice to see her try to drive to the hoop there on that last possession for the Mustangs, even though it resulted in a turnover.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, in games as a whole, their team's offense has just seemed like as though they're content to kind of, pass it around without a whole lot of off-the-ball movement and just kind of hope they get an open shot.
Here they get a
pick.
pick.
A little bit more aggressive.
And
you were talking about Sadoff needing to be more aggressive. That was an aggressive move there for the bucket.
yeah, Carol Russell, the head coach of the Peacocks, was looking at the referee for a charging call, but to no avail. Missed 3-pointer there by Upper Iowa. Coming back the other way again, Sadoff leading the break. Rolling out on the wing, gets a pick from Nagel, takes it back to the top of the key. Sadoff gets it out to the other wing for Jessie Watts. And she has her pocket picked by, again, Kieffer. Gets the lay-in. Looked like there should have been a foul there.
Yeah, and that's the 8th turnover for the Mustangs. And for those kind of a foul, for those kind of a plays, you need to make a decision if you're either going to, let her have the open layup, or if you're going to wrap them up and make them go to the line. Because the last thing you want to do is half-heartedly, like she did there, go up. There's the 9th turnover of the game.
Lindsay Carroll comes away with the pick. Dishes it off to Kieffer, who makes another basket.
Sadoff picked up the dribble. Like you mentioned before, he gets it
Yeah.
back though. Nice pass.
Rawling with a nice drive. Gets fouled. Can't get the shot to drop, but she will go to the line for 2. I don't know how well how good of a chance the Mustangs have of holding Kieffer to under 19 points.
Yeah, we'll see right now. She's at 11. So,
and we're only not even 12 minutes into the game yet. So
yeah, it's been rough going so far for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we have another timeout on the floor, so we will take another quick break. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
If you've had a stroke, the chances are good that you could have another.
30 seconds here
But it doesn't have to happen.
Action. But that doesn't mean you can't join us here for talk a little basketball.
Sure does. An SMSU dance team right now doing a great job, by the way, dancing. And it has been a little bit of a rough night so far for the Mustang ladies. And 20-9 to the Peacocks. One of the differences has been just the shooting. Mustangs only shooting 28% from the field as opposed to 40% for the Peacocks so far. And it's been a story of turnovers, like we talked about before. The Mustangs, like we said earlier, they've committed more turnovers than the opponent in 14 out of their 15 losses. So turnovers have been the story of the season, and they already have 9 so far in the game, as opposed to only 4 for Upper Iowa.
Yeah, and they're kind of lacking on the ball movement. We look at the stats: 9 turnovers, only 1 assist so far. That is not a very good ratio. Upper Iowa, they have 4 turnovers as well, but at least they have 4 assists to go along with their 20 points. So,
and right now it is a 9-point lead for the Peacocks, and also points off turnovers for Upper Iowa, 8 points. If it wasn't for those turnovers, hypothetically, we'd be down 1. So turnovers just killing the Mustangs so far.
And the Peacocks take a timeout, so I guess we will take another quick break here. We'll be back on KSSU TV.
Will I always be working weekends just to stay out of debt?
Is a great college for our kids?
Out of the question?
Is the American dream
Out of our reach?
Not if we can help it. We're the National Endowment for Financial Education, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get smart about their money. Log on to smartaboutmoney.org today and start taking control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Out of that timeout, Peacocks will be inbounding the ball and bringing it up. They have a 9-point lead right now. We're closing in on 8 minutes left here in the first half. Peacocks with good ball movement so far, just being patient, trying to get some nice movement. Looking for screens. Kieffer travels. Yes.
And Kara Russell, head coach, did not like that travel call. Maybe she thought it was a Euro step or a Pearl hop, but no, it was a travel.
Yeah. That was a travel LeBron James circa 2005. That's how much of a travel it was.
She had to get her passport stamped. That's how much of a travel it was.
She could have flown around the world on her frequent flyer miles. That's how much of travel it was. Rawlins loses the ball going up, but off the Peacocks, so the Mustangs will retain possession. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Can we make any more travel jokes before?
Yeah, I have one more. Travelocity.com is going to change their name to Whitneyocity.com. You like that one?
That was a good one. Endorsed still by Shatner, though, right?
Yes, indeed.
Nicely put in there. Little hook shot by Rawlins. Mustangs trying to pressure Kieffer there in the backcourt.
Yeah, it's been a balanced scoring attack for the Mustangs so far. Whitney Kieffer shouldering the load of the scoring for the Peacocks with 11 points so far in the game.
Long three-pointer made there by Laura Terhark. Kind of a momentum killer when you make a nice basket, come down, play some tough defense. And the other team nails an open three.
Yeah, a little disheartening. Nowhere to go there.
Nagel for three off the front of the rim.
Some nice hustle there by the Mustangs to keep things alive.
Valsair hitting the floor. We get a foul called on the Peacocks.
Yeah, Nelson Kruger is upset, and rightfully so. I thought should have called a jump ball there.
Well, can't complain. We do have a foul called, so 5th team foul already for the Peacocks here.
That's a good thing. Just make the whole team foul out, get in the bonus at some point.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea.
Rowland inbounds it to Holloman. Should have maybe gotten a kick there. And the call is out of bounds on the Peacocks, I guess.
Underrated thing that I'm sure you couldn't see on TV, but he made the call. Head coach Kara Russell just goes, awful, under her breath. She walks away. Giving you a glimpse to what we can hear down here on the court.
Hope Bonlander drives to the hoop, makes the lay-in, but there was a foul on the floor before the shot attempt. So 6th team foul now for the Peacocks. One more and the Mustangs will be in the bonus for the last 6 minutes and 13 seconds here of the first half. Another positive thing is that Kieffer hasn't scored in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's been Kieffer had with 11 minutes to go. She had 11 points, so it's been, I don't know, about 5 minutes right now without her scoring. So Mustangs picking up the defense on her.
That was not us, folks. Bowley missed a long 3-point shot there. Upper Iowa was able to come down with the rebound, and here they are with their possession.
Whitney Kieffer, oh, it's not Whitney Kieffer, pardon me.
23, you'd think that was Michael Jordan in his North Carolina Tar Heel days, the uniforms of these Peacocks.
It's true. There's a lot of resemblance, these uniforms do.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Sam Tharp doesn't really resemble Michael Jordan all that much. Giving him about a foot.
Redhead.
Skin tone. Gender.
But in all other ways, she does. So she will inbound the ball now. Nice inbound pass.
Double on Kieffer as soon as she gets the ball, but Mustangs pull away from that, decide to single team.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they treat, right there, she has the ball, number 13, like we said, Whitney Kieffer, how they decide to defend her.
Nice pass there. A little long on the 3-point attempt there by Herrick, though.
Yeah, right on line, just a little bit long. Nice inbound pass, but unable to hang on to it there.
Bonlander gets tied up underneath the hoop, but again bailed out by the foul. Unnecessary foul by the Peacocks. Have her double teamed down right underneath the hoop. Really no shot attempt possible. And she gets fouled. So Mustangs catch a break. They are in the bonus now, so Hope Bonlander will be shooting 1-1.
So that'll be the same for any fouls so far now for the next 5 minutes and 16 seconds. So I would think that this is where you're going to see the Mustangs try to be real aggressive and get inside, try to get some foul calls.
I hope so. Bonlander knocks down the front end of the 1-1. So she will get one more attempt to put a point on the board. That was her first made basket of the game, so she is sitting pretty at 1 point so far.
Shooting 50% on the season from the free throw line and staying true to form there.
Nagel tips that one out. Holloman came up with the rebound following the tip, but unable to put the lay in. Almost put it in underneath the hoop. Hard foul there. And Kieffer will be going to the line.
Yeah, Bree Holman not happy, thinking she had all ball on that one. Number 34 set to check back in for the Mustangs. And that's Roche.
Kieffer's a little long on that first one. Mustangs shooting percentage really hasn't increased so far. Still sitting at a uncomfortable 28%.
Yeah, it's not getting any better. But Upper Iowa was shooting 40%. It's going down a little bit. And Esther Roche, by the way, she reminds me of a female Allen Iverson. She's, undersized a little bit, has some good ball handling skills, can shoot. And has the dreads.
Yeah, the cornrows.
Cornrows, pardon me. And there you go, and that's exactly what the Mustangs' plan is get the ball inside, try to get the foul call. And it works like a charm the first time down the court after Peacocks go into the bonus.
So Roche will be shooting 1-1, or not. I guess that foul call was not on the floor, so.
Madison Roche is one of the best free throw shooters for the Mustangs, 71% on this.
Thrapp will be shooting 2 free throws. First one is good. Looking pretty Jordan-esque out there.
He's looking Jordan-esque so far. Her first 2 points of the game. They both were free throws, 3 points in 13 minutes.
It's a nice ball movement there. Nagel with the 3-point attempt. Just a little off the mark, and again, Peacock's coming the other way.
Yeah, SMSU has yet to make a 3-point basket. 0 of 5. Wide open for the Peacocks. Not able to take advantage.
That's okay though. Even though they're 0-5, you can't make a basket if you don't shoot them. So
that is a good point.
Keep jacking up those threes.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think the Mustangs are going to keep trying to attack inside, try to get some foul calls and get to the line. Down by 11 here, 26-15. 4 minutes left in the first half. There we go, going right inside.
Nagel, nice put in. A couple Peacocks there hit the floor. Coach Carroll not happy about no charging calls again there for them against the Mustangs.
Gives Nagel her fourth point on the game. 3 Mustangs tied with 4. The lead for the Mustangs.
Nice lay-in attempt there. No good though. Bonlander pulls the rebound, decides to pull it up and get a little bit more of a half-court offense going here.
See, and that's the nice thing now about being in the bonus is that you can get it inside to Nagel. You can try to get it inside to Nagel, and you have either 2 options: contest the shot and be worried about getting a foul, or just let her take the shot and let the chips fall where they may. So if they can manage to not turn the ball over there, their 10th turnover on the night for SMSU, they may have some success and be able to make up a little bit of this lead. Going with a little bit of a full court press here.
Yeah, luckily the game hasn't gotten away from them yet.
Yeah, down by 9 points.
Yeah, 3 minutes left here in the first half. Kieffer a little long on that 3-point attempt.
A rebound there for number 34, Vanessa Roche.
Shot off with a pull-up jumper. No good, but we are going to get a foul called. Ellen Degler was pushing the back underneath the hoop there, so she will be shooting 1-1.
She shoots well from the free throw line, comparatively to the rest of the Mustangs, at least 70% on the season.
Ellen Degler is quite the hustle player.
She is indeed. She's one of those players you love to have on your team. She's not going to overwhelm you with one particular aspect of her game, but she sure is going to play hard and does a lot of the little things.
She's a 2-sport star as well. She's also on the volleyball team, which went to the NCAA tournament this year earlier for Southwest Minnesota State. Unfortunately, they were knocked out early in the tournament.
As a whole, though, their season was great, so she's obviously quite the athlete. Makes her first here. Cuts the lead to 8. Trying to cut it to 7 with this next shot.
a little off on that second free throw. Throp taking her time at the top, just past half court. We see the Peacocks offense become a little more stagnant here. I don't know if that's the game plan, but they've been they've had a lot of ball movement up until this point. This possession, not so much. Shot clock violation.
Good defensive possession there. There was a block by the Mustangs, and then obviously ran out of time there for the Peacocks. So Mustangs get the ball here with a chance to close the gap. Down by 8, 26 to 18.
2 minutes left now. That pass was a little off the mark, but we got a foul on the floor, and that will be the 10th team foul against the Peacocks. So we will be shooting 2.
I'm looking over now. Allison Kruger is quite pleased with the Mustangs with the fouls they're getting. They're quickly narrowing the gap here.
As long as you can convert on these free throws, no better way to close the gap than with the clock stopped.
Yeah, well, if you keep in mind here at 8:34, so I don't know, a little bit under 7 minutes ago, the Peacocks were up by 11. Now the lead is only 7, hopefully 6. I jinxed it again.
And we have a loose ball foul on Allison Nagel underneath the hoop, so Peacocks will retain possession. Lauren Buck to inbounds. Bree Holloman tipped that ball out of bounds, so again, Buck to inbound. Nice little fake there. Mustangs again going for that trap at least, trying to
full court
force something.
Trying to ruffle the feathers of the Peacocks.
Just got to be careful not to commit a foul there in the backcourt. As the ball goes off, the foot, oh.
And as you can hear probably by the crowd's reaction, they thought that was pretty clearly off the Peacocks.
Yeah, it looks like Lindsey Carroll there kicked the ball. Referee saw it differently though, so.
Crowd letting him have it. Little preview for tomorrow night.
Yes. Not quite, but. A reminder, if you plan on coming out later tonight for the boys game at 8 o'clock, it is 80s night. So dress in your favorite, I don't want to call it retro gear, but wear some parachute pants or some bright neon or spandex or something.
Bring out your glitter gloves a la Michael Jackson.
Yes. A lot of contact there in that shot attempt, but no call. So Mustangs come down with the rebound. Holloman again with the ball. Dribble penetrate outside off on the wing. Looks for something, kind of loses her dribble, able to get it back, but then picks it up. Degler, nice bounce pass inside. Holloman with the put in. 1 minute left now, and a steal. Rawling. Degler, another offensive board. And we get a timeout called here by the Peacocks. Good series of possessions there for the Mustangs. Get a couple offensive boards, put some buckets in. So we will take a quick timeout here. You are watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
626,000 investors.
That's how many people SIPC has helped since 1970.
Over $15 billion.
That's how much SIPC has made it possible for investors to recover.
SIPC.
That's the Securities Investor Protection Corporation.
An investor's first line of defense in the unlikely event that a brokerage firm fails.
SIPC, for real people, like me.
And you.
Welcome back. Mustangs have increased their shooting percentage just a little bit. Both teams now shooting 33% from the field. Mustangs still have yet to make a three-pointer, but...
Well, the Mustangs have been shooting a lot of free throws here in the last few minutes. They've shot 12 free throws, as opposed to only 6 for Upper Iowa. They've made 58% of their free throws, so not a great amount, but still, it's been effective. Now bringing the lead down to only 3 with 51.2 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, Mustangs only trail by 1 rebound to 2, 19 to 20. And they have 7 offensive rebounds. We saw 2 of those just in the last, 40 seconds.
Yeah, and the other thing is the Mustangs were at 10 turnovers a while ago. They still only have 10. Upper Iowa now has 8 turnovers. So turnover battle is slowly making its way back. Mustangs taking care of the ball here in the last few minutes. I guess it's hard to turn the ball over when you're shooting free throws, but
it is.
Still, a nice job nonetheless.
Peacock's looking to get something going here. They've kind of gone cold. And a steal by Degler. They get a tie up on the ground, but jump ball is called, but the Mustangs have the possession arrow going their way, so they will retain possession. They will hopefully have the wherewithal to hold for the last shot with 24 seconds left here in the first half.
And the other big thing was Whitney Kieffer had 11 points with over 10 minutes to go in the first half. She only has 12 points right now, so they've really done a great job defensively here in the last 10 minutes or so. Mustangs have.
Well, I think something definitely is to be said for shooting a lot of free throws for the Mustangs. It kind of takes the other team out of their rhythm as well. Roche drives to the hoop, misses the lay-in, but gets her own rebound, puts it back in. And the Peacocks are not able to get the inbounds in before the end of the half. So, Mustangs trail by 11 with like 8 minutes left in the half, and they are able to cut it to a 1-point deficit, 26 to 25 here, going into halftime.
Yeah, it's it was largely the Mustangs who've done a great job cutting the lead, and they have all the momentum going into the second half. Should be a fun game.
Yeah, stick around. We will take a break here for halftime. Join us in about 10 or 15 minutes. We will be back to give you some highlights and stats from the first half, and we will get the second half underway following that. So stay tuned. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV. Welcome back. We are here running down the end of this halftime. About to start the second half. We have 2 minutes left. Mustangs trail the Peacocks 26-25. So they were able to make a nice little run there to end the first half, bring it to a 1-point deficit going into the second half. Steven, what do you see looking at the stats?
Well, the Mustangs started off the game, honestly, just kind of poorly all around. They had a lot of turnovers right off the bat, but they were able to limit those in kind of the second half there, the first half. And then they were able to go ahead and get to the free throw line a lot. The Peacocks were in the bonus, so Mustangs were able to cut down the lead at 1 point. They were losing by 11, SMSU was, with 8:34 left, and in 8 minutes and 34 seconds, they cut that down by 10, so they're only trailing by 1. You know, the other thing is, we talked a lot about before the game about Whitney Kieffer for the Peacocks. She's their leading scorer of the conference, averaging 18 points a game. She got off to a great start. She had 11 points in the first 9 minutes. Since then, only scored 1 point, so the Mustangs defense has really been picking up.
Yes, they've done a good job of shutting her down, and like we talked about, simply the fact that the Mustangs were in the bonus with like 7 minutes left in the first half, when you're getting to the line a lot, that kind of gets the other team out of a rhythm. When every time they commit a foul, we got to stop because we're going to be shooting free throws. And to the Mustangs' credit, they made the front half of their 1-and-1 every single time. Struggled to convert that second free throw, as we see in their percentage.
Yeah, only shot 59%.
But, I mean, they knocked down the first half, which is the part that counts. So you don't get that second attempt unless you make the first one. So
that's very true. Yeah, Mustangs have made what looked to be a runaway game early into a game here, and all the momentum was on the Mustangs side. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to keep that up here in the second half. I can tell you, who was it? Anissa Roche. She was real fired up right before halftime. So if they can keep that level of intensity, I tell you, it's going to be a good game. They might get their first home win.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because the Mustangs have struggled mightily in the second half of pretty much every game that they played. So
yeah, there's, like I've said, there's been a period of maybe 5 or 6 minutes up right away there. See number 13, Whitney Kieffer, after kind of a ho-hum end of the first half. She's attacking right away.
Did not enjoy being shut down there.
No, it didn't look like it.
Mustangs, good ball movement though. Nagel with the inside basket.
The coach there for the other team wanted to travel.
Oh.
That was not travel. That was a pump fake.
Nice move. I'll give in. Kieffer with a hard move to the basket. Misses it. Peacocks are able to pull down the rebound. But Michaela Sadoff, point guard for the Mustangs, commits a foul. So Upper Iowa will be taking it out from the baseline. Quick pass inside to Kieffer. Turnaround jumper just a little too long off the back of the iron. Again, another miss. Kieffer with another rebound. Gets her own rebound again. And a foul is finally called.
I think it was 4 rebounds in a row there for the Peacocks.
Yeah.
They're now winning the rebound battle 23-20.
About 22 of those came right there, I think.
I think so. And Kieffer is going to the line right now, so.
Yeah, Carly Pagel and Kieffer, Whitney Kieffer were just kind of playing pass off the backboard there. Racking up those stats. Maybe it's a case of a little Ricky Davis syndrome.
Yeah, it looks like it. Kieffer now with 15 points, going to try for her 16th.
I think that's another reference that's going to be lost on
I got it.
Younger generations.
Kieffer shooting 84% from the line this season.
We'll just keep the obscure basketball references coming, though.
That's what we're good at.
Yeah.
Should throw in a little Darko here at some point. We'll see if we can get that in there for you.
Somebody misses an easy lay-in or something. A little strong there by Rolling. Bonlander with a high shot off the backboard. Can't get it to fall, but she is fouled. So she will be going to the line to shoot 2.
Bonlander shooting, let's see, 50% from the line on the season. So if the statistics hold true, she'll make this next one.
Statistics never lie. They're incapable of it because they're numbers.
That's a good point. Oh,
Nope.
boy, look at us.
I think you jinxed it again, Steven.
I know.
Kieffer drives to the hoop. Charging is called. And
I think you probably heard Allison Kruger there with a barbaric yeah. She was very happy.
Yes.
about that call.
Bondlander does a nice job of trying to charge there on Kieffer. Kieffer's second personal foul, so still no foul trouble for her. She actually has 16 points now, so picked up a quick 4 so far in the first minute and a half of the second half. Mustangs, though, hanging strong.
Nice pass.
Pagel, nice pass.
Oh, she got bumped in the back there, no call.
Nice pass up the court by Kieffer. Easy put in.
I believe
Charlie
it's what
Pagel.
you call cherry picking.
Yes, it is.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's effective. Just put a name to it. Gonna have an open 3.
Holloman knocks down that 3.
Holloman having a pretty good game so far. 10 points, 4-9 shooting.
Unwise foul there, though, by the Mustangs. Trying to get a little too aggressive. We talked about needing to see some aggression out of the Lady Mustangs. Got a little too excited there, committing a reaching foul in the backcourt. Buck passes it out to the corner. And the Mustangs 3 is answered by Laura Turhark.
She is now 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, so shooting well. Laura Turhark.
Nagel gets that shot partially blocked as well as some contact on the arm. So she will go to the line to shoot 2. Nagel is one of the best free throw shooters on the team, actually, even though she is 6'3". We talked about this before. She is an outstanding shooter. She's shooting 74% from the line so far this season. Second free throw coming. A little long off the back of the iron.
Mustangs down 35-31.
Whitney Kieffer, nice moves to the basket. Lane can't get it to fall, but the offensive rebound, quick 3. And that is no good. Anissa Roche loses the handle, saves it, throws it back in. Right to Kieffer, kicks it back out for another 3-point attempt, again off the mark. Kieffer going hard, decides to take matters into her own hands, makes the lay-in and gets the blocking call. And one opportunity.
Yeah, we're starting to see the real scoring ability here of Whitney Kieffer. Talked about before the game. Said in order for the Mustangs to win, they had to hold her to 18 points or less. Well, she has 18 now, so it's not looking good. At least if you want to believe my keys to the game. Which you should.
You're probably wrong, though. I mean,
yeah, probably.
I think the last time we did a game, we had some keys by you, and they were all incorrect.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've been incorrect ever.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Sounds like a man. A wise man.
Not for my keys to the game. So, the secret is you got to pick keys to the game that are,
going
kind of
favor the outcome.
Yeah. I'm no dummy.
4 pass there.
It's another turnover for the Mustangs. Their first of the second half. 11 on the night. And there's Kieffer again going to work.
Tried to get other people involved on that last possession. Couldn't get it. None of them could make shots, so she took it into her own hands. Got that and one opportunity there. Their teammates were able to convert for her. Foul called on the Peacocks.
Yeah, Degler goes down there a little bit hard. Looks like she's just fine.
Both teams already up to 14 fouls here. Less than 4 minutes into the second half, so we could see a lot of free throws here going forward if this if we keep up this pace.
It's true.
Degler can't handle the pass, but she picks it back up.
That was a good move there by number 25 for the Mustangs. Hannah Beeler had a little hesitation, a little dribble.
Beeler with a nice crossover. Looking for the blocking foul there. Misses the lay-in, but Pagel puts it back.
Yeah, and it's odd watching number 13, Whitney Kieffer, for the Peacocks. She's just kind of flying around the court now, much more active than she was in the first half offensively.
Trying to trap Beeler. She's able to get it out. Jesse Watton with a three-point attempt is no good.
Jesse Watt is consistently out before everybody else for the Mustangs, shooting before the games. Didn't pay off there, but she's certainly working on it.
Rebound there by Megan DeReuter. Up to Sadoff. Two Mustangs standing in the paint, both of them looking for that pass. Beeler is the one that came up with the ball and is the one who is fouled.
And number 14, Bree Holloman. Also checking in, number 45, Allison Nagel. Checking in for the Peacocks, number 44.
Plethora of substitutions there. I think we're finally ready to get back to the action.
I think so. Peacocks once again building up a 9-point lead. Quite quickly here, not even 5 minutes gone in the second half.
Bonlander loses the ball, able to get it out to Nagel though. Back in the corner to Bonlander. The three attempt is short. Rebound by Pagel. For Iowa coming back the other way.
Allison Kruger wanted a foul there, letting the refs have it.
Nice lay in there, Olivia Winkler.
Now that equals their largest lead of the game, back up to 11. And Coach Allison Kruger wants to go ahead and take a moment to talk to her team.
Yes, timeout by the Mustangs, so we will take a quick break here with them. You are watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
Southwest Minnesota State University, where private school atmosphere meets public school cost. Programs like culinology, agronomy, and environmental science set the standard nationwide, where grad placement rates are over 97%. And the school invests in you, putting over $80 million back into the university. Southwest Minnesota State University, where you belong.
Welcome back to the RA facility on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University in beautiful Marshall, Minnesota. It is cold outside tonight.
It is indeed, and it's been cold for a while, but inside it's nice and warm. You know it's going to be nice and warm tomorrow night too, because it is
Hawaiian night.
Hawaiian night, that's right. So go ahead, bring your shorts, bring your ugly Hawaiian short sleeve shirts, bring your leis.
There's no such thing as an ugly Hawaiian short sleeve shirt.
Okay, you're one of those guys. But
well, according to my dad.
Okay, I see. But yeah, you know, bring them on. Like we said, tomorrow night it's going to be a lot of fun. Women's game is at 5. Men's game is at 7. You can go ahead and tune in. If you're not able to make it in, we're going to be right here with you again tomorrow night. But it is quite an experience. If you haven't been to a Hawaiian night, I recommend you come in, say hello to us. We'll be the two good-looking guys sitting at the table.
I actually won't be here.
No, well, I'll be looking good.
But shout out to my dad if you're listening, watching Hawaiian shirts. Come on by, you'd fit right in.
He's a fan of them, is he?
He is. He has quite the variety.
Nothing wrong with that.
He likes to wear them to work on casual Fridays.
They're comfortable. They breathe.
They are. And tomorrow is actually going to be the perfect night for a Hawaiian night because it's going to be the one day that isn't like 0 degrees out. It's supposed to get to like 30 degrees tomorrow, so come enjoy the weather with us.
A lot of college students will be here tomorrow night. It's generally packed, standing room only, so should be a good time. Mustangs managed to cut the lead to 9 here just a moment ago. But a foul on the Mustangs.
Yeah, another careless foul. Alsar checks in.
It's the 5th team foul on the Mustangs in this half.
I'm kind of disappointed in the lack of 80s apparel that I'm seeing in the student section here. hope we see that pick up here for the men's game. Ball out of bounds on the Mustangs.
Yeah, the other Peacocks trapped him, and I'll tell you, the Peacocks are loving it right now, looking at some of their faces, especially number 13, the leading scorer, Whitney Kieffer. She's quite expressive down here on the court. Only person who can rival her facial expressions, I think, is Allison Kruger.
It's the only face you're looking at, isn't it?
She's fun to watch, that's for sure. Nice inside pass.
Stephen Shega has a deep-seated secret love for the coach of the Mustangs.
I have an appreciation of her coaching abilities.
A lot of elbows there on that rebound by Pagel. And she gets called for the travel. Peacock's bench looking for a foul call.
Now with just over 13 minutes to go, Mustangs need to kind of start chipping away at this lead to get it back down and make this a game.
Yeah, you kind of get that feeling that all of a sudden it's slipping away from them like it has the tendency to do in the second half.
Exactly, yep. Got to find the intensity they had at the end of the first half.
Holloman long, pretty far off on that three-point attempt. Need to see some tough defense here. Can't have empty possessions and let the other team come down and make some baskets, because that is how the game gets away from you very quickly.
And there's Whitney Kieffer with the ball. I have a feeling we're going to see her be pretty aggressive here for the rest of the game.
Nice defense there by Nagel. Charging call against Whitney Kieffer. She was not happy about that one.
Allison Kruger, this is now the second charge that I can just think of off the top of my head in this game. But, you know, and charges are one of those things where you can go ahead and, you know, change the whole momentum with a charge. I mean, it's get your teammates fired up, get the fans fired up.
Yeah, especially, I was just going to say, especially for the home team.
Yep.
The fans are on their feet here in the RA facility after that charge call.
No, they're not. Let's not deceive. But they do seem excited.
We'll go with that. Please come on out tomorrow night and be excited. The role that the home crowd plays in a college basketball game cannot be understated.
No, it's you know, it's one of those atmospheres that's unlike any other. It's a community, especially here in Marshall. You know, it's not the biggest town ever, so it's kind of a close-knit community, as evidenced, by the way. One thing I wanted to just point out, I know we're talking about the women's game now, but Coach Brad Bigler, really interesting article written on him, CBS Sports. If you go to smsu.edu, click on the athletics link, they have the link available. And, you know, this whole community has just been coming together, and you can see that evidence here at the games, too, in the way they participate.
Yeah, it's a very sad story of the Bigler family, but it is also a story of encouragement. So, yes, we do encourage everybody to go out and check out whatever you can find on the Bigler family. Brad Bigler, the head coach of the men's basketball team. It is quite inspiring.
You know, I don't generally do this. Little self-promotion. If you want to look for me on Twitter, my first name is Steven with a V. Last name is Shega, S-H-E-G-A. I have that link directly up on there as my last tweet. Go ahead and check that out.
All right, and then you can't tweet anything else.
I won't.
For the next 24 hours.
I won't do it.
Because that would be false advertising to your
there we
followers.
go.
And Mikhail Sadoff drives to the hoop. There's some aggression. Makes the basket, gets the foul call. She will have the opportunity for an and one.
Yeah, and she's been much more aggressive tonight than we've seen her in the past. I know you mentioned that in the first half, that she can sometimes be a little passive, but she sure is just driving right to the hoop, and she has 6 points on the night.
Yeah, for the season she only averages 3.6 points per game. So nice increasement. Increasement. Is that a word? Increasement?
It's not.
A nice increase.
Yes, there you go.
There we go. I'm a communications major.
Mustangs now down by 10, 47-37, with 11:11 left in the game.
Mustangs playing some solid defense here. You can see the intensity on their faces. And that is a killer. Valsar gets called for the block, and the lay-in attempt is good. So following the And one opportunity for the Mustangs come down to the other end of the floor. And Michael Jordan's counterpart, Sam Thrap, is able to convert the lay-in and pick up the foul.
Now the largest lead for the Peacocks, up 12. Previous high had been 11.
Thrap is good from the line. Still 11 minutes left, though. And we know how quickly runs can happen in basketball.
It's true. Well, we saw it. They were up, Peacocks were up by 11, and then, with about 7 minutes, the Mustangs cut it back down to 1. So let's see if they can go on another little run here.
Rosh loses the handle on the ball there, but is able to get it back. Mustangs decide to swing it around a little bit. Bree Holloman drives to the hoop. High off the glass, no good.
Yeah, a bit of a rush shot there.
Yeah, it doesn't even draw any iron. Thrap swings it to the top of the key. Good ball movement here. Peacocks look for the open three attempt. In and out for Lauren Buck. But rebounded by Kieffer. Shot attempt up. Out of contact, no foul. Mustangs come down with the ball, coming the other way now.
And they got to be careful here. This game's going to get out of hand. This is going to be the time where they're going to have to start chipping away.
You got to push it. Push in the back, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Yes. Sodoff's checking back in for the Mustangs. And one more, two more substitutions coming in, so.
And, Michaela Sodoff averaging 26 minutes per game, but tonight she's been quite effective, already at 26 back in the game here with 9 minutes to go. So she's getting a little bit more extra run based on her performance so far this evening.
Yeah, following that foul, the Mustangs are now in the bonus again.
And that's what got them back last time. They were able to chip away.
Yeah, SAR's unable to convert on that first free throw attempt, though. So kind of a wasted possession. The Mustangs are also one foul away from putting the Peacocks into the bonus. So
well, don't jinx it now. No,
you're right.
And you got to think that they're going to be aggressive. Yep, right here, they're going to try to get that extra foul. They didn't get it.
Nope, Sodoff able to get a hand on the ball as Kieffer drives by, losing the handle. Rosh with the ball, hands it off to Bree Holloman. Inside to Sard, nice give and go. Holloman gets that to drop.
That was executed as about as well as you could hope it would be. Nice look for the Mustangs. Cut the lead to 11, 50-39.
9 minutes left now in the game. Kieffer with a nice pass. The ball bounces off the face of
another
Carly
turnover.
Pagel.
It's now 15 turnovers for Upper Iowa, only 12 for Southwest Minnesota State.
Rosh, three. Oh, a little short. Uh-oh, Whitney Kieffer's coming the other way now. Checking behind her. Nice bounce pass to Pagel. Misses it. Kieffer gets the rebound, goes back up with it, gets fouled. She will be shooting two. So that is the 7th team foul for the Mustangs now. So both teams will be shooting 1-1 here for at least the next few minutes.
If you're a fan of free throws, you're going to like the end of the game.
Anybody who's ever coached basketball, I'm sure, loves free throws.
It's true.
Or hates them, depending on how well their team shoots them.
Well, I will say Upper Iowa shooting 90% from the free throw line. SMSU, 44%. So, not quite working in their favor.
Seems like a harbinger.
Seems like a what?
Harbinger. It's a foreboding of bad things to come.
Oh, I see. Okay. Little English lesson.
The more you know. Kieffer's able to convert on both free throws there. Something the Mustangs weren't able to do on their last free throw attempts.
In the guards right now, you have a number 34 there who can shoot quite well. Then you have a number 11, Sodoff, who can attack the basket. And she's about to do. Gets it inside.
Nagel Goes up with it short on the shot, but she gets fouled on the arm, so she will be shooting 2. So more free throws to come.
See if they can connect on these ones. Allison Nagel, as I mentioned before, shooting 74% from the free throw line in the season.
First one is good. That all-important first free throw, even though she is shooting 2 no matter what. Nice confidence booster to knock down that first one.
Gives her 9 points on the night.
Nagel converts on both of them.
52-41.
Some press defense here by the Mustangs now. There is no 10-second backcourt violation in women's college basketball, or Division II at least. I don't know about Division I. Nice steal there by the Mustangs. Get a jump ball. The coach for Upper Iowa is screaming for a timeout.
Yeah, it's been good hustle here for the Mustangs.
Referees are having a discussion. And they're going to go with the jump ball. I think there was a discussion on if the timeout had been called for or not before the jump ball signal was given. After some discussion, referees decided to go with the jump ball, but the Peacocks have the arrow going in their direction, so they will retain possession. And now there's more discussion.
Both of the coaches here making their cases to the refs.
Referees have none of it. It's like their own little bubble with their discussion, which is good. And they stick with the initial call. So Peacocks retain possession. Arrow going in the opposite way now. So if we have another jump ball called, the Mustangs will take possession over, but not now. Carly Pagel able to put in that basket from close range. Nice tough shot there.
Pagel now with 10 points on the night, so she's in double digits.
Allison Nagel turns around with the turnaround jumper. Pagel and Nagel. Tongue twisters. Gotta make sure I say the right one. Nice hard drive to the hoop here. Lindsay Carroll
Kicks it out.
Kicks it out to teammate who cannot convert. But Pagel able to get the rebound and put it back. So.
And that defense we saw earlier from SMSU that allowed them to get back in the game. And they're playing with intensity, but they're just not cutting off people as they try to get to the hoop as well as they had previously.
Oof, little miscommunication on the pass there. Nagel was going to the outside, and Hope Bonlander threw the pass more towards the rim. Mixed it up. Ball went off Nagel's fingertips. It's the tale of two Eagles.
You just
got a blocking call here on the Mustangs. Looking to try to draw that charge, get the ball going the other way, but it's not quick enough.
Yeah, I've seen that too a lot. You just see people kind of throwing up the ball as soon as contact is made. I've seen that there on that last drive there from number 15, Jennifer Herrick, and saw it also from Whitney Kieffer a lot in this game as well. Full timeout by Elson Kruger.
So we will take a break. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds. You're watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
Hey, Barrett! Look, Timmy's in trouble again. I told you to stay out of here! Come on, loser!
Someone should do something. Oh, you never see that happen.
If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do at BeHumane.org.
Welcome back to Marshall, Minnesota. We're at the RA facility here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Mustangs taking on the Peacocks of Upper Iowa University. Right now the Mustangs trail 56-43 with 6:36 left in the game.
And there's been some noticeable differences. The first is three-point shooting. Mustangs only shooting 9% from beyond the arc. The other is rebounding. Mustangs have been out-rebounded by 45-25. So Upper Iowa with 20 more rebounds than the Mustangs, just kind of taking over here in the second half with rebounds.
That is unbelievable, because I remember making a comment that it was 19 to 20 on rebounds earlier in the game. So Upper Iowa has gone on a 25-6 rebounding run here. Mustangs just haven't been able to box out and get in the right position. And right now we have Jennifer Herrick shooting from the free throw line. Knocks down the first. And the second. So a 15-point lead now here for the Peacocks. Mustangs really been struggling here in the second half. It's kind of been a broken record for them all season. Degler looks to drive to the hoop, changed her mind, got tied up. So we have a jump ball called. Mustangs will retain possession for the time being. Bree Holloman will inbound. Currently the leading scorer for the Mustangs, 12 points on the night. Ellen Degler with a nice, strong dribble. Gets to the hoop, puts in the lay-in. Her fourth and fifth points of the night. Mustangs again trying to force a turnover in the backcourt here. Peacocks being patient, just looking for anything that they can find. Three-point attempt is what they decide on. Herrick misses, but a rebound by the Peacocks, but the ball then is lost and goes out of bounds. Mustangs will take over on possession. They really need to step their game up here now for these last 5 minutes, 40 seconds.
Absolutely. Now by 13, it's still doable, but gonna have to start hitting a little bit more outside shots than only 1 of 11. See if they can start getting some shots to foul. Jeez.
Foul. Full blocking call here. So we will get to see the Mustangs shoot 2 from the line. And if you're not going to be knocking down your threes and you need to come back in the second half from a sizable deficit, you want to do it from the free throw stripe. Because, like we mentioned earlier, if you can put some points on the board without using up any clock at all, you are moving in the right direction. Raleigh knocks down the first. That's the 9th team foul for the Peacocks as well. So any more fouls by them, and the Mustangs will be shooting 2 from here on out. Mustangs themselves have 8 team fouls, so they still have 1 more to go before Peacocks are in the double bonus. Unable to corral Kieffer here are the Mustangs. Sodoff gets beat to the baseline there. And Lindsey Carroll's able to put in the easy lay-in. Need some weak side help there. If you're going to be playing tight up on your offensive counterpart, you need to get some backside help when the offensive player decides to drive to the hoop. Long rebound there by Kieffer.
Here we go, Whitney Kieffer.
Another easy lay-in.
True to form.
Right in front of the hoop.
That gives Whitney Kieffer, I believe that's going to be 23 points on the night.
Yes, sir.
17 rebounds as well.
Wow.
2 assists, 7 turnovers, 1 block, and 2 steals in 30 minutes.
I think that's why we mentioned her in the keys to the game.
I think so.
And the rebounding is pretty impressive. She only stands at 5'9". She's a sophomore, so she is going to be quite the player to have to deal with for this conference here for the next 2 years still. Raleigh again at the line to shoot 2.
Checking in for the Peacocks, number 22, Lauren Buck. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 30, Hope Bonlander.
Bonlander back to the line here. So they're staying right about at 13 points. Can't quite seem to whittle it down any lower than that, though, in the last few minutes.
Kieffer, to speak to those rebounding numbers, a Peacocks player has not had more than 15 rebounds in a game since January 22nd, almost 3 years ago exactly, 2010. So,
well, they broke that tonight.
Yeah, she's having quite the performance. Another foul called here on the Peacocks. So, again, Mustangs will be going to the line, but time is just not on their side. 3:47 here left in the game now. Still trailing by 13. Nagel, their best free throw shooter, though, will be shooting 2. So hopefully we can see to get close to cutting this to single digits.
That's the thing. I mean, if you get it to, if you get it to anywhere really around even 6 points, with a minute left, that it makes, that at least makes it interesting. You at least have a chance.
It does.
So we got to just keep chipping away. The Mustangs are trying to do so right now.
And that's going to be, if they're able to do that, it's going to be very important that they don't pick up any more fouls here for at least the next 2 minutes, because sitting at 18 fouls, if they were to commit one, you want to have your opponent be shooting 1 and 1 and not automatically shooting 2. But Mustangs get beat there trying to trap.
Yeah, just some nice ball movement by Upper Iowa.
Yep. Peacocks had 2 players back in the front court. Mustangs only had 1 defender. Nice ball movement there to get the easy lay-in. Bree Holloman with a tough kind of running one-handed jump shot. Again, Sadoff gets beat baseline. Charging Cowell. Going the other way. Lindsey Carroll is not happy about that.
No, there's some fans here from Upper Iowa as well. I'm hearing them giving the refs a little bit of grief. So a fair turnout here by Upper Iowa.
Unfortunately, I can't say. Do you know if the women use the restricted area, the arc inside underneath the basket?
I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Nagel knocks down the three-point shot there to cut it to 10. So I guess hope is not lost yet. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Mustangs take a full timeout, so we will take a short break, 30 seconds. We'll be back here at the RA facility in Marshall, Minnesota. You are watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
When you donate goods in response to an international disaster, it's expensive.
They have to cross the sea, pass through customs, be inspected, sorted, then finally delivered.
And often they arrive too late to help, making your good intentions feel a little empty.
There is a better way. Cash donations are fast, simple, and allow professional relief workers to purchase supplies close at hand.
Cash is best. Learn more at CIDI.org.
Welcome back. Mustangs pull it within 10 following that Allison Nagel three-pointer. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the game. Trying their darndest to cut it to single digits here in the next few minutes.
Yeah, it's been hard with Whitney Kieffer having such a good game. She's really been the best player on the floor so far tonight. Again, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 turnovers, but kind of a moot point at this point. 1 block and 2 steals, so she's just having herself a great game.
Yeah, and she only has 3 personal fouls, so she's definitely going to be in here for the duration of the rest of the game.
Carly Pagel as well has 16 boards as well, so 2 players that are above 15 rebounds for Upper Iowa.
And how many do the Mustangs have as a whole?
Mustangs as a whole have 28. As a team, Upper Iowa has 47.
And those 2 players, 16 and 17. 33 rebounds.
Yeah, so those 2 are out rebounding the entire team.
Kieffer, hers is more just wonderful positioning, always being around the basket.
Yep.
Like we mentioned, she's only stands 5'9". Pagel is 6 foot tall, I believe, so a little more.
She's just very aggressive all around, it seems like. Very impressed with her overall kind of mentality.
Pagel with the wild hook shot there, no good. But Buck with the rebound, and she's able to get the putback.
It's another point there off second chance points for Upper Iowa. There's an air ball there for Bree Holloman.
Bonlander, though, gets fouled following the rebound, so she will be shooting 2 now. 2:01 left.
And you got to think here probably within the next, well, I'd say probably right about now. This will be about the time the Mustangs are going to have to just try to shoot themselves back into this game from beyond the arc.
Yep. Another timeout by the Mustangs here. Want to try to figure out what they're going to be doing for these next 2 minutes. Mustangs only have 2 timeouts left. Might be 1. I don't know if they have. Nope, 1 timeout left. So this is going to have to be a good discussion in this huddle.
Yeah, and you know, number 34, it looks like is checking back in. Anessa Rosh, and she's someone who can really make some threes. So it looks like that is going to be the plan now. They're just going to try to gun it, see if they can cut down the lead.
Yeah, they're going to need to knock down some threes here. So get into that desperation time. Allison Nagel actually has surpassed Bree Holloman for the scoring lead. She has 16 points so far tonight. So good performance by her.
Some younger kids having fun on the scoreboard here as they watch the end of the game, get ready for the men's game coming up next.
Yeah, more and more people filing in here. Should be a good game for the Mustangs. The men's team has kind of had a disappointing season so far this year.
Yeah, you know, they haven't been playing too badly. It's just that they've had a really difficult time closing out at the end of games.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen that a lot time and time again, but still not having a bad season for the men. You know, still plenty of time to get things turned around, and of course there's tournaments and all that sort of thing. So
following a great season last year, the men, they went on to play in the NCAA tournament. Didn't make it very far, but they made it there. I remember they lost the conference championship game here at home to Bemidji State on that last second half court 3-point shot.
Yep, and the men, SMSU on the season, 10-9, 7-5 in NSIC play, and then tonight they're taking the men's, the Peacock team. They're 13-5, so it should be a very competitive game between the 2 teams.
Geez, it seems like every men's team in the NSIC is above 500.
Yeah, it's
every game that we do, I'm like, who are we playing? Oh, they're 12-4. Oh, they're 13-7.
But now, remember, so are the Mustangs. They're over 500. They're 10-9. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, and they did have a couple losses against Division I opponents. They went to a couple national tournaments in the preseason that counted towards their record. So I guess I think I mentioned this before during the broadcast. I kind of have that Minnesota sports fan pessimism ingrained in me. It's hard to battle against that sometimes. Between Gophers, Minnesota Golden Gophers bowl games, and I see you scowl, roll your eyes. Minnesota Vikings, anything.
Michaela Sadoff there with another bucket to cut the lead to 12. Sadoff did have a nice game tonight, though, by all accounts. 8 points, 3 steals.
Yeah, she is coming along good. We've seen some progression from her throughout the course of the season, which is what you have to, all you can ask for really from a freshman.
And you know, the other thing to keep in mind is that this is a relatively young team for the Mustangs. Obviously, Bree Holloman is, I think, a junior this year, so she'll be here next year as well. And so, you know, this team is going to be intact, you know, for next year as well. So I know it's still too early to look ahead to next year, but you know, you're going to have this group of girls together for a while now. So
yeah, 4 of the starting lineup that we had tonight for the Mustangs, 4 of them juniors, and then Michaela Sadoff, the sole freshman. So I don't even know if there is a single senior on this team. Take a look at the roster here quickly.
Let's take a look. I bet there is.
Natalie Svensson is a senior, but I do not believe that she has played at all this season.
I haven't seen her too much. Yeah, you're right. And that's
the only one.
Team. So you know, this team they might be having a bump in the road here this year, but you know, people say you learn from your mistakes. So this season, just going to try to learn and see how they play together, and then next year try to put it all together probably.
Yeah, there's going to be higher expectations for sure, though, next season. I mean, you can only have so many years where you're rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
So
the team, to their credit, though, they do play hard. And Allison Kruger has the team playing hard, and they're learning the system and trying to learn how to play with one another. So, and the thing is, the games have been pretty competitive, with the exception of, like we said,
second half.
Yeah, little runs of 5 or 6 minutes here and there. We saw that today. They've been playing good basketball here for the last 8 minutes, just haven't been able to cut in the lead too much because they let it get away from themselves in the first few minutes of the second half.
Yeah, you got to be able to close in once you get behind, and we saw that they were able to do that in a 5 or 6 minute span to end the first half, but we haven't seen that same that next year here in the second half.
Still hustling all the way to the end here for the Mustangs, though.
Yes, they are.
Diving for a loose ball.
Yep. Although I think we need to give the Peacocks some credit too.
Oh yeah, Peacocks are playing great.
Whitney Kieffer really has. She was kind of shut down there for the second half of the first half, and in this second half she has just gone off. So when you have a player like that, somebody who's leading the conference in scoring, she's 20th in the nation for Division II basketball in scoring, averaging almost 19 points per game. We talked about she's pulled in at the time 17 rebounds. She's still sitting at those 17.
Yeah, she's still 17 rebounds, and she has 16 points in the second half alone. So she's had a tremendous second half, especially.
And when the other team has a player that can really dominate, it makes it hard to come back.
It does.
We'd like to see that next year, maybe from Allison Nagel. She's had a good game here tonight, and her and Bree Holloman, like we said at the top of the game, both for the season averaged 10.6 points per game. So
yeah, Bree Holloman with 12 points tonight, 5 rebounds. Allison Nagel with 16 points and 5 rebounds as well.
So the shot at the end of the buzzer, no good. Mustangs fall 57-71 to the University of Upper Iowa Peacocks. Mustangs move to 2-16 on the season, and we will take a break. We'll come back for some final wrap-up. So stay tuned for some wrap-up, and then men's basketball following that. Men's, you've been watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
Alone, our reach is limited. No matter how great our intentions, on our own, we can only stretch so far. But at Rotary, we believe the right group of people working together can make our communities, our world, a better place. Rotary, humanity in motion.
AmeriCorps Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among Black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts.
Wrapping up the
Vaccines
women's
save
game
lives.
between the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs and the University of Upper Iowa Peacocks. Mustangs fall 58-71. Let it get away there in the second half, as has been the norm for this season. Steven, what do you have?
Well, it was just a story of being out-rebounded really badly is really what it came down to. It looks like 49 rebounds for Upper Iowa, only 29 for SMSU. And then there was a good deal of those rebounds. You had 17 from Whitney Kieffer to go along with 28 points. And then you had 16 rebounds from Carly Pagel to go on with 14 points. So those two just really dominated, and that was the big difference in the game.
They did. And just to keep you honest, let's talk about those Shega says real quick.
Yeah, well, what I had said is that if you held Whitney Kieffer to 18 points or less, Mustangs would win. Well, we failed there.
Yep, we know about that.
28 points. I also said that if you had less turnovers than Upper Iowa, those two things combined, which SMSU did manage to do, 14 turnovers, 18 for Upper Iowa, but unfortunately they cannot put those two things together.
Nope. Yeah, I might have had a different outcome if they would have been able to. So let's take a look at the women's Mustangs upcoming schedule here quickly. Again, tomorrow night, Hawaiian night. Come on out and enjoy the festivities. Wear your Hawaiian garb, Hawaiian shirts, shorts, swim trunks, bathing suits that are appropriate for a basketball game, please.
Bring your own little umbrellas, put them in your drinks.
Yes. No alcoholic beverages in the stadium on campus, so please refrain from that. If you're going to partake, do so responsibly before or after the game. Following that, the next weekend, the Mustangs will be on the road for Friday and Saturday, but then after that, the Mustangs will have 5 home games in 11 days. They will have South Dakota Tech, University of Mary, Minot State, Wayne State, and Augustana in home. All of those games at home in an 11-day stretch to start off February. So hopefully they can pull off a win or two in that stretch. Then they have 2 final games on the road, and then all of a sudden the NSIC tournament starts. So I'd like to see the Lady Mustangs pick up a couple victories here before that tournament starts. And that will do it for the women's game. Join us again in about 15 or 20 minutes. We will be back for the men's game, both me and Steven, so you get to deal with us for another 2 hours. Should be fun.
Yeah, so we'll be back in about 17 minutes from now.
17, says the math man.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you then.